Okay, so good morning, honorable judges and my dear students. Welcome to my class. Our teaching objective for today is to get the main idea and detailed information of the documentary and then express the causal relationships afterwards. So now let's start our journey back to millions of years ago when our planet was ruled by those giant animals. Let's listen to the sound and guess what happened. Okay? So what are those animals? Dinosaurs, and can you guess what happened? Maybe a crash, close enough, very good. So it's a story of the day the dinosaurs ended. And what killed the dinosaurs will be the question for today. But before finding the answer, here are some new words for you. The first one is asteroid. That means the small planet moving around the sun. It will be the key word for today. And next one is debris. Pay attention to the silent S in the end. That means pieces coming from something destroyed or broken up. The third one is crater. That is a huge hole in the ground, often caused by something hitting on it or by an explosion. So these three words, would you please read after me? Asteroid, debris, crater. Good. Now let's go on finding the answer by watching the first part of the documentary and answer the two questions. What killed the dinosaurs and when did it happen? Okay.
A giant asteroid, 15 kilometers wide, is moving toward Earth very fast. Over 65 million years ago, this asteroid crashed into the Earth near Chicxulub, Mexico. It made a very large crater. The asteroid caused the extinction of the dinosaurs, scientists think. It also caused almost 70% of all life on Earth to die out. It changed our planet forever.
So can you give me the answer? What killed the dinosaurs? What killed? So this girl, could you? The asteroid, very good. The keyword we just mentioned. And how many years ago? 65 million years ago. Yes, you got the key information. And then, do you still remember the sentence cited from the video? Can you try to complete the sentence on your own? Yes? Speak it out. Very good. So we use extinction and die out. Here I want to mention that instead of using extinction or be extinct again and again, we can use different words or phrases to replace it, like die out or be wiped out. In this case, we can avoid repetition. This is very useful in your future speaking and writing. And likewise, you can find here are two costs here. So the second cost, can you try to replace it into other words or phrases? Lead to, yes? Any other answers? Result in. Perfect. So we can use lead to contribute to or result in to replace cost. And also keep these words in your mind. We will use them later. Okay, just a small tip for you, and then let's get back to our topic. We have already mentioned what killed and when did it happen. So next part, we are going to focus on how. How did it happen? How can an asteroid kill all the dinosaurs? So to answer the questions, scientists will recreate the crash. And our next focus is on the recreation, especially on its methods and findings. Okay, now still you can take notes. We will go on watching the second part. Would you please try to describe the methods the scientists use, as well as the three findings the scientists can see from the experiment? Okay, now take notes. Let's go on watching.
But how did this happen? Was it the debris from the crash? or the heat from the explosion? Or was it something else? To answer this question, scientists want to recreate the crash from 65 million years ago. In the United States, a team of scientists puts a bomb in the ground. The team moves to a safe place. And they wait.
Stand by for count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, awesome. Oh, beautiful ejecta falling. Oh, that's a crater. Good job, guys. Outstanding.
Now scientists can study the explosion. They watch high-speed cameras, and they learn a lot. What do the scientists see? One of the first things is the large white circle. This is a shock wave, and it is moving very fast. It's a very powerful wall of air, and it can kill almost anything. "65 million years ago, as the wave moved, it probably killed anything within 150 kilometers in the first 10 seconds. Now scientists go and look at the crater. The crater is big, but the real crater in Mexico is much larger. It's 180 kilometers wide. In this experiment, debris from the explosion rains down for more than 10 seconds. 65 million years ago, a huge amount of debris went into the air. Some of the pieces of debris were the size of buildings. The power of the asteroid is hard to imagine.
Okay, now let's try to recall the methods the scientists use. So, what's in the box? What's in the box? A bomb. Scientists put a bomb in a box and buried it into the ground. And then they waited it to explode. Then they study the findings of the explosion and find three things. What are they? The first one is large white circle. Yes, that is shockwave. And the second one, crater. Third one, debris. Very good. Not debris, but debris. Very good. And then the scientists actually compared these three findings with what might happen 65 million years ago. So in listening, when it involves comparison or similarities or differences between two things, we can use this T-chart. It can better organize your notes. So instead of writing the notes in one line, we can organize our notes in a T-chart. So let's listen to the finding part again. Use T-chart in your handout and take notes to fill in all the blanks. Now, let's go.
What do the scientists see? One of the first things is the large white circle. This is a shock wave, and it is moving very fast. It's a very powerful wall of air, and it can kill almost anything. 65 million years ago, as the wave moved, it probably killed anything within 150 kilometers in the first 10 seconds. Now scientists go and look at the crater. The crater is big, but the real crater in Mexico is much larger. It's 180 kilometers wide. In this experiment, debris from the explosion rains down for more than 10 seconds. 65 million years ago, a huge amount of debris went into the air. Some of the pieces of debris were the size of buildings.
So let's check the answer. So shockwave is a powerful wall of air, and it could kill anything within 150 kilometers. The real crater is 180 kilometers wide. Actually, it's wider than Shanghai, the city. Okay, and debris rains down for more than 10 seconds. What about their size? Size of buildings, very good. And also, when you're taking notes, you listen to the numbers and directly write the numbers down and use the abbreviations for its units, like km for kilometer or here S for seconds. Okay, so again, we have different methods to take the notes down, but T-chart will help you to take your notes down in a more organized way. Okay, so now we have already know how powerful the asteroid is. It could kill all the dinosaurs, and that is a so-called asteroid impact assumption. But do you think the asteroid is the real and only real reason for the dinosaurs dying out? Yes or no? No, actually, the end of dinosaurs may be caused by many other different assumptions, like the volcano eruption or the temperature cooling down, the climate change. Also, it may be caused by it's a frog. Yes, it's a huge prehistoric frog which could eat the dinosaurs. Do you think it's interesting? Yes, you can find more information after class. But now we want to mention that whenever you want to express the reason in a logical way, we have to pay attention to use some expressions to say the cause and effect relationships. Now let's focus more on this part. At the beginning of the class, do you still remember we have already used a verb to show this causal relationship? Yeah, very good, cause. And also we have a lot more expressions to express this causal relationship, like we list on the PowerPoint. So with the help of those useful expressions, we can easily explain the reason in a logical way. Now, let's try to explain why the asteroid impact could kill all the dinosaurs. It's not difficult. All we need to do is first choose some expressions from the table and then use them to express the cause and effect relationship in one sentence and then another sentence. Finally, we link all the sentences into a paragraph. Okay, I will show you an example. You can listen to me. Also, you can join me because later it will be your turn. Okay, now let's try it together. So, according to the asteroid impact assumption, an asteroid crashed into the Earth and generated a lot of shockwave and debris. So, down the sentence. Another sentence. Due to the powerful shockwave and debris, now we need to change the part of speech. The dinosaurs were extinct, or the dinosaurs died out. So, therefore, the asteroid impact may lead to or result in the extinction of dinosaurs. Okay, now it's your turn. We have already seen this picture before. What's this assumption? It's climate change. So it's your turn to explain the climate change. Why the climate change could lead to the dinosaurs dying out. And pay attention to use these expressions and the first sentence and then link all the sentences into a paragraph. Okay, now you can work in groups of 3, explain the reasons to each other or discuss with each other to find the best way to explain. And here also follow the previous procedures, sentence by sentence, and then link them all into a paragraph. Okay, so you have 1 minute to discuss, and then I will welcome some of you. I will always stand by to help you. Okay, go ahead. Okay, so actually with the help of those expressions, we can explain the reason in different versions. So this gentleman, do you want to have a try to explain with microphone? Sorry. Thank you.
According to the climate changing assumption, the shortage of food is caused by the temperature dropping. And due to the shortage of food, the dinosaurs were extinct. Therefore, the climate change contributed to extinction of the dinosaurs.
Yeah, very good. Contribute to the extinction of the dinosaurs. Yes, you explained it very good in a logic and clear way. So, well, we have already got the main idea by asking some WH questions like what, when, and how. And also, we have already got the detailed information by taking notes in our T-chart. And also we have also practiced to express the causal relationships to explain the assumption of asteroid impact as well as the climate change. And now it's time for us to meditate. So, 65 million years ago, dinosaurs died out. And have you ever imagined what will happen 65 million years later? Do you think our human beings will still dominate the Earth, or will we just disappear like the previous dinosaurs? What's your assumption?
I think the human being won't be extinct because we have advanced technology that can help us.
Technology can help us, exactly. But Professor Fenner has different opinions with you. He predicts that human beings will be extinct within 100 years. Do you believe in him? So this is your homework for today. That is to watch his speech from this website. And while watching, please ask yourself some WH questions like what, when, where, or maybe how, okay? And to get the general idea. Also, please write down some details using T-chart, list the causes and effects. And finally, next time you will give a 2-minute oral report to explain why Professor Fenner thinks human beings will be extinct in 100 years. Okay? And next time, your performance will be graded by your fluency, by your pronunciation, also by your logic expression. Okay, so this is homework for today. But meanwhile, would you please ask yourself one last question? What should we do to try to keep it from happening? And that is not only the homework for today, but the homework for your whole life, from generation to generation. Okay, thank you for listening.
Hello.
Hi, Professor.
Hi. In your class, you indicated that scientists were, until today, they're still not sure whether it was the asteroid that destroyed or the dinosaurs. Okay?
Yes.
Now, from the video, can you, well, from your memory of what of the video, can you recall any linguistic clues that show that scientists are not sure about the extinction was due to the asteroid? And so if you do remember some of these cues, if you were to redesign your class, how would you make use of these clues?
Okay, thank you, Professor. Thank you for your question. Yes, I can recall that in the whole passage, the narrator used some adverbs like probably and possibly, or some other verb like maybe or could have been, such kind of verb to indicate that it's only an assumption. And also at the end of the documentary, the narrator says, well, now the scientist may understand a little bit better. So may understand, it's also a clue for tell us the attitude of the narrator. And if I were given a second chance to redesign my class, I will of course first provide students some vocabulary about how to express the uncertainty things. That means how to focus on the assumption. It's not the fixed answer, but a possibility. I will provide more vocabulary for them, like maybe or could be, this kind of phrases. Also, like it is said that, this kind of structures for them to prepare. And then also, I'd like them to practice first in sentence. So in one sentence, they would learn how to express this uncertainty. And then I will expand it into the paragraph level. That is, between the sentences, I will also give them some support to those linking words, like it is said, it is reported that, to link one sentence with another sentence, so that they can express the whole assumption in a full paragraph. So that is my thinking on your question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. My second question relates to your teaching design. And actually, many teachers, including you, many teachers seem to prefer providing the necessary linguistic knowledge for the students before they do perform a task. For example, in your lesson began with an introduction to 3 new word items, okay? And so, but some other teachers might prefer getting the students being involved with some kind of linguistic problems as they are performing a task, and then settling the problems either by themselves or with the help of the teachers. So tell us your understanding of the relative advantages and disadvantages of the 2 different approaches.
Okay, thank you for your question again. As far as I am concerned, I think the advantage of giving the students the vocabulary before I give them the listening material is that because of the time limit, especially in this context, they do not have enough time to actually really realize the content-based teaching. So if I give them some vocabulary like the asteroid or the crater, which is rarely used in our daily life, they can better understand the content of the documentary. So in that way, they can kind of build their confidence and more prepared for the active listening for the further understanding. And about the disadvantage is it's easily for them to just remember the vocabulary. To forget the vocabulary, because here's one sentence that is, if you tell me and then I forget. If you teach me and then I remember. If you involve me and then I learn. So actually I prefer the content-based learning, but because of the time limit, I just prefer to give them the vocabulary first. But in my real teaching class, of course, I will first give them the content, the authentic material, so that they can watching and learning together and involve themselves in the whole learning and teaching thing. So that is my understanding of your question. Okay, well, thank you again.